us your questions. We'll give you our opinions. Tell us your stories. We'll give you our opinions. Read us from your diary. We'll give you our opinions. It's in my homosexual opinion. IMHO.
The podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to IMHO, the podcast. That's Darby over there.
And I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. Now, last week we had our gorgeous Auntie Chan on, and we were just so delighted to have the original three.
What a dream. Original recipe.
She-Migos back together again.
Crispier.
And
Slightly crispier.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to show you all my pee and let you know what my pee was.
We saw your pee.
Well, we actually saw your pee because the pee for that episode was for push-ups. Are you feel sore after that?
No, I've been working out 3 times a week. So that, for me, that was fun. That was honestly just like, I forgot I did it.
It was
I
easy.
did it. Although I did see on the watch back, I did notice that I was trying to hide my breathing heavy. And auditorily, I think I did a great job. Visually, less compelling. But, you know, because we had Chan last week, I didn't want to bore her with my travel stories, but I love boring you with my travel stories.
Oh my God, yeah, you hopped off the plane at LAX.
With a dream and a cardigan, and my dad is Billy Ray Cyrus.
Wait, what did you just say?
What did I say?
With a dream and a what?
Cardigan?
I thought it was with a drink in my heart again.
You got off a plane with a drink in your heart again?
Well, a lot of planes have drinks served.
Yeah, you can't leave the plane with a drink.
With a soda, probably, can't you?
You think when people sing about drinks and songs, they're talking about Diet Coke?
Famous people.
Yeah, that's true. It's a dream and a cardigan, right? Isn't it cardigan? Annie, is it cardigan?
You don't need a cardigan in LA.
With a dream and a cardigan? No.
Although it is a dry heat.
A car to get in. Dream and a cardigan. Have I been singing cardigan since, when did that song come out? Yesterday? Oh my God.
14.
No way.
Wait a minute. What is it? Okay, this is a very exciting moment where we are double checking the lyrics to a song that we have been singing for 10 plus years.
In the
USA.
Okay, here it is.
This is by
with the dream and my cardigan. Of course,
I've been singing it wrong this whole
that's
time.
coming from azlyrics.com. And if you can't trust azlyrics.com, who can you trust?
I trust them because they have lyrics from A to Z.
And also, never get on a plane without a cardigan or a jacket because you never know. Sometimes the plane is a hot box. Okay, we call that Spirit Airlines. But then other planes that know what's up and they turn on air conditioning, sometimes it can get too cold. Ooh.
You know, it's ironic that
ironic
they're named Spirit Airlines because if you ask me, they have no soul.
Correct.
Wait, is a spirit the same thing as a soul?
No.
Okay,
They're both made up. Yeah.
Oh.
So I went to Charlotte at time of filming. I was in Charlotte last weekend, and it was a wonderful time.
Oh, you went there with Meatball.
I did. Well,
our first ever guest.
Our first ever guest and last time we'll ever see her again. No, thank God she invites me to do these things because I need an escape. Anyway.
From me.
Yeah, I went to Charlotte. She was like, do you want to come in like the day of the show or do you want to come the day before? And I was like, I want to come the day before. I want to go to Fat Slut. Like, I get so excited not excited to be in the South. No offense to anyone who lives there, but offense to everyone else around you. I just
offense around.
We should build a fence around those queers. Anyway, I don't always love going to the South, and I was a little on edge for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, not to brag. My dad did lose my childhood home when I was in college. Just couldn't pay the mortgage. Anyway, so I never got to go out in the South. I never got to go to like a local bar. I never, I didn't do any of that. So it was so fun to have the opportunity to go to 2 different gay bars.
2
in Charlotte, North Carolina. Chasers is where Meatball had Fat Slut. It was a blast.
Okay.
Vanna Vanity, DJ. She was with us all weekend. Thank you, Vanna. She also got me very high. I also got very high with a Twink hunter in his Toyota Tacoma. And I was helping him hunt Twinks. Can I tell you, I did have a moment where I went, I can't be the hunted anymore.
Oh.
But that's okay. So I helped him hunt twinks. I don't know. I just had like the best time at that one bar where I didn't have to be in drag. And then the next day we did the twink pageant. So I did have to be girl, which is less fun when you're drinking and doing the pot.
Yeah.
But still super fun. Safira Cristal was there. Just had like a great time.
Did Opera Diva.
Opera Diva. She did opera. She sang like this opera piece that went on for maybe 30 seconds too long. And then she went into this like dance thing. And I was like, okay, we are two different people. We'll never be the same.
Can I interject?
Because I would
real
have
quick?
started with dance and ended with opera, but that's just me.
That's just you. One time, me and remember how we talk about the six from high school?
Yes, I do.
One of the six. It was me and
The popular girls.
Yeah. Well, the popular choir girls. Let's
contextualize.
Let's contextualize it. We went to go see an opera in downtown Houston. We were running late, and one of the six, her name was Casey. Sorry to say her name.
Spell it.
She was sweet as pie, but I remember she was running late. She was late everywhere. That's Casey, and
That's cunt.
yeah,
That's
and
nice.
she was running late, and we were in the. I guess we were in a van. I don't remember whose car we were in. I think my friend Joel, and we were like, "Come on, we're late." And she's like, "Okay," and then she getting in the van, she just goes, "Okay," like she snapped at us, and it was. I always think about that.
What was that in reference to?
We were going to the opera.
Got it. So had a wonderful time. Now the first night was Fat Slut, where I was just wandering around as an aged twink, and everyone was so fucking nice. I want to say Chilex. I was like, okay, we're going to Charlotte. Yeah, it's a bigger city in North Carolina, but it's still like a small southern city in comparison to like an LA and New York, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, sure, there may be a couple people there who watch the show, but surely not a lot, you know? I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk a few feet without people being like, "Oh my God, I love you." And then they would say, "I love Alexis more," and then I'd have to push them down to the ground.
No.
But, you know, hate crimes are legal in North Carolina, so that actually worked in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
And there were so many people. I had a blast. Truly, so many IMHO heads. What do we call them?
See, this is what I proposed in the first episode, and we never really circled back to it. I'm going to think about it while you finish talking.
Okay, thank you so much. And then the next night, I was like, well, surely I met enough people. Surely I've met anyone that knows who I am here, so I'm done. And then the next night, we did the meet and greet, and I sat on the end, and I said, hey, Safira, Meatball, I'm over here on the end, so you can easily crop me out if you need to. Don't push people to me. I don't want people to feel like they have to talk to me. And that was the opposite. People would come to me first.
That's incredible.
I gotta say, IMHO people, you made me feel so welcome. It made me think maybe Alexis should have been here, but not that much. I thought it for like a second. And I just met so many people who I absolutely adored. Can I tell you, she's my dream girl. Boy, she makes me happy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Her name is Ari.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
you were
I told
telling
you, I
me
told
about
you.
her.
She's adorable. She got an Instagram just to message me. I'm obsessed.
Oh.
She came in. I see this adorable little girl, and she walks in. She's an adult, but she's the size of a child. And she walks in the bar, and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here. I've never been to a queer bar before. This is my first time in a queer bar. And I said, happy 21st. And she said, I'm 27. And I said, what? And she was, here's what I want everyone to hear. Here's what I want you to know. And I take this on myself when I see someone I admire out in public. Ari did it perfectly, okay? She came over. She did the compliment. She told me the story about her first time in gay bar being tonight and how excited she was and how much she loves IMHO. And then I said, well, why don't you just, and I was like, who are you here with? And she's like, no one, I'm just by myself. And I was like, well, just stand with me. It's not a big deal. We'll just stand and drink, whatever. And the rest of the night, like I could go talk to other groups of people and then I would come back and we would just kind of chat for a bit. Like she was just so chill. And
you need that energy.
I need a chill. I need a chill energy. And I was so obsessed. And then she came the next night and I was like, 2 gay bars, 2 nights in a row. Ari, who are you? Anyway, what is her Instagram? I should call her out because so I told her to message me and then of course I forgot. And so she's like,
I actually have it here at Sunoo Chaser, SUNOO Chaser, because Ari wrote in an email.
no.
Can I read it real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did she really?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Alexis and Darby. My name is Ari, she, her, 26, and I
Oh,
wanted to
26.
share
I apologize for aging you.
No worries, no worries. And I wanted to share a little follow-up to a story I told Darby while we were talking at Bat Slut. It's a short one.
Great.
I grew up in a small town on Long Island, and I was 3 when 9/11 happened. Humble brag. Saint. My grandma was watching me for the day while my older brother was at school when the first plane hit the tower. I don't personally remember it, but my grandma says she will never forget me looking at the TV screen and asking why the people were jumping out of the building while the news coverage was on. She
What
brought
was
me.
the answer?
Mm,
Oh, okay.
I think. Well, maybe it's in here. Hold on. She brought me to go pick up my brother who is still at school, and she has told me that she was able to see the smoke from the towers from the student pickup line she was waiting in to get my brother. My neighbor's husband was also working in the towers and was killed in the attacks. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I can't for the life of
Her
me
neighbor's husband, she was 3. It's okay.
I can't for the life of me remember his name, but my town also held a memorial every year for graduates of my high school who were killed in the attack. My mom was friends with the family who ran the memorial because my brother was classmates with one of their younger sons. I was forced to go every year to the candle lighting ceremony until I was in 9th grade and hold those weird handmade candle cups while the obituaries were read and a band of police and firefighters marched in a bagpipe and drum line. I think the bagpipes were because of the Irish ties to law enforcement workers. I also had to help organize the event a few times while I was undercover in Boy Scouts and on the cheerleading team and dreaded it every year because we would just stand around for 2 hours. Here is the link to the committee that was set up in their memory. And then bonus article I found of a separate incident when I was in college in 2017, working in the health services office, and a student jumped from the 3rd floor of the student center and died in the hospital 2 days later. Apparently, right before the incident happened, he went into a classroom and looked beaten up and caused a scene before leaving. Much love to you both, and thank you to Darby for making my first time at a gay bar so special. Ari.
Wow. I'm ally. I'm an ally. She
so
was
sweet.
I'm being so for real. You would love her. You would.
I
love
already
her.
love her.
You would absolutely love her. She was a joy. She did tell me that jumping out of the window story at Fat Slut.
She did link to an article, so we're going to look at it.
Yes. And then
later.
I told her my favorite jumping out of a window college story, because yes, I have one. When I went to Western Kentucky, go Hilltoppers, we had this huge storm called PF Chang's.
P.F. Chang's, yeah.
And it was like
Sign
30
me up for that dorm.
Right?
The
No.
lettuce wraps?
No, diarrhea. You'd have diarrhea. Your entire... Oh, you'd be so skinny.
Anyway. I already have diarrhea every day.
Really?
Not every day, but a lot of times.
Huh. So this guy did acid, and he ripped all his clothes off, and he jumped out of the top floor, like the 30th floor of
P.F. Chang's dorm.
A P.F. Chang's dorm. And on the way down, he had turned.
Oh.
And so his back was to the ground, and he landed on the rail, like the railing to go up the sidewalk, and it bent him in half backwards. Now, what's even worse, I mean, that's pretty bad. But what's even worse is that this happened at like 3 or 4 in the morning. So no one discovered him until like 8 a.m. when people were going to class. And then for whatever reason, it took the campus a very long time to respond. So by the time they were there to cover the body, there was a giant crowd of people, all taking pictures, of course. And if you did take one of them, I'd love to see it. I mean, because I'm telling the story, I need research.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Isn't that crazy? Backwards.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Well,
all because of P.F. Chang's.
College is notoriously
backwards.
Their demands are crazy. You literally do have to bend over backwards to get through a year.
Actually, him bending over backwards ended his college career. Is that what happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I want to go back to
before
meeting Ari. You were complimenting Ari on her style. I find, especially when I'm out with you, and especially not so much IMHO fans, because our fans are amazing, but like in the olden days when people would come up to you, they would know you as this like really funny, kind of snarky, and they would try to give that to you. Do you find that happens often?
Yes.
Like they have a perceived of your image and your whatever, your personality, and they come and try to play with you, but it's not the same.
I will say that it's not as bad anymore because the people who I am meeting are IMHO people. So they
know that you're sensitive.
they know that like that I don't love that. I get it. I absolutely understand. Like you're trying to connect with me on the level you see me at, which is great. But it's hard if like a brand new person comes at you and is doing a bit.
Yeah.
And like, I just need a little bit of intro. Okay, for instance, and I'm not going to say your name, but you know who you are. He doesn't listen to this. There was a guy there that weekend. We ended the weekend on a beautiful note, and I really enjoyed getting to know him. But when we first met, he was doing that thing where he wanted to meet my energy. So like, just get into town. I'm tired. We got to the hotel and I'm like, well, let me get to know this guy if I'm going to see him this weekend, you know? And so we have a like 20-minute conversation. I ask him where he's from, what he does, you know, all of that. And then I referenced something he said in that first 20 minutes. And then he goes, everything I said for the last 20 minutes was a lie. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I just thought it'd be funny to kind of like fuck with you. And I was like, oh, you see me on the internet. This is you trying to connect with me. And I said, let's not do that. Let's not do that. And once he dropped that, we got along great. But I understand the desire to do so. And I do think I'm pretty chill. Like if someone comes at me sideways, if I'm feeling playful, I'll play along. Or if I'm not, I'm super comfortable saying like, ooh, no, babe, I don't want to do that. Let's not be mean, you know? And that disarms people because they don't know that I have feelings.
I do feel like in general as a drag queen, some people just see drag queen and they think, oh, bitchy, like I can go be a bitch to them. And that's fine.
They can. There was a little guy.
Not everyone, just
oh my
sometimes.
God, what was his name? Listen, I was very high all weekend. There was a little guy who was there Friday and Saturday night, Fat Slut and Twink. And because we hung out all Friday, I got more comfortable with him. He got more comfortable with me. And by the end of it, he was being like mean and bitchy and whatever.
But like, you got to get to know each other.
Yeah. We took a picture. I didn't learn his name, obviously, but I just thought that's how you need to do it. Okay. Go in just friendly. And then when I say you're ugly or whatever, then you can stab me.
You can't swing the rafters before you build the walls.
Who said that? Woody Allen?
I made that up.
Oh.
Woody the Cowboy said that.
Toy Story.
Okay, so tell me about the Twink pageant. You had a great time.
I gotta be so for real with y'all. I had a blast. I will say that Safira Cristal is so beautiful in person, which was upsetting.
Oh,
it was upsetting.
That's why I couldn't.
But do you want to hear something amazing?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna carry this forever. We're in the car. We're on our way to the Gabar. To get to the Gabar from the hotel, we had to take Billy Graham Parkway, and that felt right. And
Billy Graham, now I know who that is. But
televangelist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like the revival and
purple hair
and gay people stuff.
Purple hair.
Purple hair. Yes, she's very aware of Billy Graham. Anyway, so we're in the car on the way there, and Safira looks at me and she goes, "You're really pretty." And I said, "You're beautiful too." And then later on, we're at the gig, and Meatball says to Safira, because Safira did look amazing. She was like, "Your face is just so soft. You look so beautiful." And Safira goes, "You look pretty too," to Meatball.
Oh.
So I screamed, "Ha ha! You had to say it to her first, bitch!" It made me feel 10 feet tall.
Ooh, that feels good.
It was good.
I would melt. I think I would melt in the presence of Safira Cristal.
Why?
Because she's so beautiful and talented. I think I would just be like so starstruck.
She's genuinely nice. She did, the first thing she said to me was, "Hi, nice to meet you." And then she said, "My old voice teacher is obsessed with you." And I was like, "What? Who?" And he said his old voice teacher, she's a 70-something-year-old lady who lives in Indiana. And she told Safira, like, while she was on the show, I don't always watch Drag Race, but whatever I miss, Alexis and Darby talk about on IMHO.
Oh.
Safira was on the show and her voice teacher was like, "I'm good. I'll hear what Alexis and Darby have to say."
Oh,
and that's sweet.
That's sweet.
But that's how she opened, and I felt like that was her way of being like, I've heard about you. And she was so nice. And Meatball was so nice until like the last night when she got belligerently drunk. But once we got some food in her, she was fine. Oh, to all the Charlotte people. Oh, and I met the most beautiful twink I've ever seen in my entire life.
Huh.
And oh my God, I should have brought names. He's a drag queen, which I wasn't thrilled about.
Oh.
But adorable, sweet, kind. You know who you are. Anyway, to everyone who recommended Cookout, it's like their version of In-N-Out, but it's like cookout food. Like it's like
oh, cool.
mac and cheese and shit like that. And it's like open till 4 a.m. We
Okay.
went at like 2 a.m. Y'all were right. Y'all were right. Cookout in Charlotte, North Carolina is bomb.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but you know what? I will pay you to talk about your product. That's how much I believe in it.
I'm hungry now.
I know, I'm sorry. Cookout.
Yeah.
Cookout. But anyway, it made me feel we've been talking, we can't talk details yet, but we've been talking about touring.
Taking this little act on the road.
Taking this little act on the road, which I'm really
Yeah.
excited that we're doing. And now after doing that, after being in Charlotte and just seeing the like love and the support that I wasn't sure, was there, was really exciting. Now I feel a lot more confident about us trying different cities.
Oh, I love that.
As long as there's a faggot around, someone watches YouTube.
Someone.
Somebody in the next car. Sorry, though, I rebut. My bad.
That's okay.
But yeah, it was really fun. Overall, though, I'm 40.
Yeah.
I'm 40, and I realized that because I stayed out till both bars closed, which I never do.
I can't do that.
No, I can't either. But you know why I think I could?
Why?
Because we were 3 hours behind. Because in Charlotte, it's like 2 a.m. and everyone's like, oh, I'm so tired. No, it was 11 o'clock for us. So I was fine.
Oh.
But still, it was a lot.
No, that's too much.
The worst part about traveling for me, part of me, is not being able to use the hotel bed enough. I love a hotel bed. I want a king-size bed.
Yeah.
I want a fluffy white comforter. You know I can't have that in my house. I make too many colors. You can't do it.
Yeah.
And I just want to lay there. And I want to put it on Lifetime. I want to watch local commercials. I love local commercials. And then I want to shit in the hotel.
Yeah.
And I want to shit big. And I don't shit on travel days, okay? I take Imodium. But the next day, I had barbecue, no Imodium. I shit so much in that Hampton Inn and Suites. And I want to say, thank you, Hampton Inn and Suites.
Also not sponsored.
No, but like I loved your toilet. Your facility's incredible. I wish I had gotten to experience the shower,
That's
but
the
I forgot.
suite. They put the suite in suites.
Did you know my middle name is Hampton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in my phone, you're Darby H. Nixon.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, because what's your name? Nixon?
Wait. I'm sorry. Let's circle back to that. You're not out of the woods here. So in your phone, I'm Darby H. Nixon. What is my brother in your phone?
Oh, it's just Grant.
Yeah, just Grant. And why would he be in your phone? Have you been calling my brother?
Okay, so I have a few people when I'm doing things around the house. It helps me to have someone on the phone sort of captive. So I have like two things going on at once. I feel like I'm multitasking.
Holding someone hostage.
So when I'm
folding clothes.
playing pick up put up, which was what my mom taught me how to do,
Yeah.
which is just like
Dress 'em up.
picking up your things.
Yeah.
Or when I'm sewing, or more like when I'm cutting out fabric. I like to call a few people. I call Rachel Rell, friend of the pod.
Rachel Rell.
I
Great
call
person
my
to call.
extremely hot friend Patrick from Chicago. They don't listen, but they're hot.
Oh, good.
But we talk often.
Good.
And then I know not to call you. Yeah, and you're welcome.
Thank you.
And I call Austin unless he's at work.
I called you a lot when I was in Charlotte.
You did twice. Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, Fred.
Given our history?
No. And then once everyone else, I call my mom. And then once all that list has been exhausted, I think, oh, I'll call Grant. Because you're always telling me how he doesn't have any friends
He's
or any.
so lonely.
He's so lonely.
No, he's so lonely.
And he's always good for a laugh because he thinks I'm funny.
He does.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have to like take care of you or make sure you're alive.
When I was talking
You're
to
much
him,
funnier when you don't have to be responsible for you.
Yeah. When I was talking to him the other day, one of his children, Whit, is that one of them's name?
That's one of them. Mm-hmm.
Came in and asked for something and then left. And I said, what did that want? And Grant was like, oh, he wanted to take a ride on the Peloton, but I got to set it up for him because he doesn't have like the password.
They have a Peloton?
I guess so. And I told him that's so dangerous. You know, my friend Big died on a Peloton and he is not up on the shows. So I explained the whole plot of the first season of Van Just Like That before he realized, like, wait, is this all real?
Girl, I would kill myself. So thank you for not doing that to me.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks I'm as funny anymore after that.
I think he got the Peloton from the church. When he was a preacher, the church would just buy stuff. Like he always had brand new computers, because they don't care about feeding the poor. They care about giving their pastor a Peloton.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
We were just talking about this on the way here.
Yeah.
They don't have to tell where their money goes. So when you're throwing your coins in that silver upside down hat.
Silver?
Boater. Mine were like silver.
Ours were wooden with velvet. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, that's kind of medieval. That's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Well, ours were silver with like red velvet on the inside.
Dirty, dirty cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll never forget one time because they pass around the silver tray with all the little cups of grape juice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One time I was laying down on my dad's lap and I was like, okay, I'm done now. But he had the tray in his hand. So I like sat up and the tray went flying. And the
Allison
grape juice
Hammond.
went everywhere.
Allison Hammond. Can I tell y'all something that I've unlocked that has helped me embrace Alexis's quirks? Because Alexis is someone, how do I say this? I am ally. Alexis, she's quirky. She gets herself into some hilarious, sticky situations.
The grape juice was sticky. Yes. Christ's blood.
Very sticky. And when you're around it all the time, and again, you're responsible for keeping her alive, it loses its luster. It's not as fun. But I was watching a TikTok compilation of Alice Hammond, like funny moments.
Oh, she's funny. Yeah,
So she's
from
a British presenter. Like she's on a Great British
morning
Bake
show.
Off. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
Great
morning.
Britain. Yeah.
Anyway, but she's always knocking things over or fucking something up, and it's charming when it's Alison Hammond. And I thought, wait, Alexis is my Alison Hammond.
Oh.
And I just need to. So when things like that happen, I just need to sit back and go, wait,
Alison
if
Hammond.
Alison Hammond did that, I'd be on the floor. So you're Alison Hammond.
That's so true, bestie.
Oh my God, thank you.
I love that.
Anyway, so what did you and my brother talk about?
We talked
I'm so curious. What did he talk about?
I said, what we did, I did the Peloton bit. We said like what we were doing. I don't know. I was cutting out fabrics at the time.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
Just
you don't want me to talk. You don't.
No,
want me...
I want you to listen.
I asked about his wife, Angela. I said, "Where is she?" He said she's at work or something.
I know his wife works. What a cuck. Anyway, no, actually, at time of filming, to pull the curtain back, I am heading to Orlando, Florida tomorrow. To see my brother and his wife and my niece and nephews. Yeah. And I'm seeing Piper in Shrek the Musical tomorrow night, playing Gingy.
Oh, wow.
Bitch, I'm so excited. I gotta, why haven't I thought of this? It wasn't until I knew I was going down to Costa Rica, because I'm going to Costa Rica after that, to see Paola, that I was like, oh, I could go to Orlando first. I should start going to Orlando more often if the kids are in plays.
We really need to go because my mom lives there.
Oh, maybe she'll go out with us.
See.
I'll see if she wants to go get a drink.
Yeah.
I know she can't drink alcohol, but
because
she can watch me.
She gets seizures.
Seizures. Yeah, you're known for that. But yeah.
That's so exciting.
I know. It's just a lot of, there's so much travel this month. And I know in May we will have plenty of travel stories. But right now it's just all prep. Doxy pep.
Yeah. It's preparation. I've been enjoying. I'm making a new little bit of a winter wardrobe for my Alaska trip.
Oh, that's fun.
I know it's excessive, but it's helping me get rid of fabrics that I've been hoarding forever. And I just am so excited to go on a trip like as myself.
That's really exciting.
Do you remember going on our cruise?
Yes.
And I was like, I don't know if you know this, but a couple days before we left, I was like, okay, I'm going to get some fabric and I'm going to make me and Darby some like poolside like muumuus, like ponchos.
Yeah.
Like really fun, and it'll look so. And then I chickened out because I was like, no, I don't want people to look at us. I chickened out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I made my mom take me to like Joann's or something. And I walked around Joann's for like 20 minutes. And then I was like, I don't want to get looks.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're fixing that. To be
Not
fair,
caring about looks anymore.
it wasn't exactly the cruise for that.
No.
No. It was a very straight, what's the correct term? White trash cruise.
Yeah.
Hot dogs.
It didn't feel.
So many hot dogs.
What's hot dogs got to do? What's hot dogs' problems?
Oh, that's just what they eat.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying this like I don't have redneck on my hands.
On your neck.
That makes more sense. I'm not saying that like I don't have neck on my red. But what I am saying is I come from that. I know. Okay? Vienna weenies. That was an actual lunch. Okay? Vienna sausages. Vienna sausages.
Wait.
My mom calls them Vienna weenies.
Oh, okay.
She put them on crackers, and then that would be lunch.
Ooh.
She'd give us a can of Vienna weenies.
Vienna.
And then we'd have, well, I'm saying what my mama said.
Oh.
And then we'd have crackers and mustard. And not like she would assemble them. She would just put all of it in front of us and be like, there's lunch.
She sounds like a real cunt.
She was going through a lot. Have you met my dad?
Can I be honest? Sounds great. I would love to eat that.
Honestly, I was thinking about it and I was like, damn.
That sounds
would I still eat
good.
that?
A Ritz cracker.
Okay, Ritz crackers was just for Philadelphia cream cheese. That was my dad's favorite snack. We would do the white, what are those called? The square white crackers?
Oh, the Townhouse.
Well, no, Townhouse is good. Those are butter.
Oh, saltines?
Yes.
Oh,
saltines, Vienna weenies, and mustard.
You know, my number one saltine place to eat saltines was the beach. And it just occurs to me like the beach is already salty. You don't need to add
No.
to that. I should have been doing like apple slices. But I would get a box of saltine crackers and a can of Cheese Whiz and some Cokes.
Ooh, I love a Cheese Whiz.
I love a Cheese
I love
Whiz.
fake cheese.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why we like Taco Bell so much?
Yeah.
Not sponsored, but happy to be.
Oh.
Liv Moss.
Well, speaking of parents.
Yeah. Actually, Alexis, I'm so sorry to do this to you. I do have to go pee. So
Okay.
if you wouldn't mind.
Do you want me to read out the bad dad email?
I don't care what you do.
Oh, okay. Oh, the door is still open. Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, welcome to A Minute with Alexis. Let's call my mom. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Mom. What are you doing?
We're watching golf. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm recording the podcast. Is it okay that you're on the podcast right now?
I think so.
Okay, cool. You texted me this morning. Are you okay?
I did.
I got nervous because I thought like
nervous.
something happened in the news or something. But you were just checking in.
Yeah, just checking in because I just hadn't heard from you and I needed to hear from you.
Oh, well, I'm doing good. I'm
Good.
yeah.
That's important.
Do you have anything you want to say to our viewers, our listeners?
Well, I hope they're all doing good too. I'm
Yeah.
concerned about everybody and everything.
Yeah.
And I need everybody to be safe and good.
Yeah, that's good. But also you need to log off of the internet and take some time for yourself. Have you painted any more rocks?
Not yet. I'm working at it.
Okay.
I got a plan.
Okay, cool.
So once I get in there and attempt it, I'll show it to you.
Oh, do you promise?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, thank you for joining me on the podcast. Darby went to the bathroom, so I
Oh,
wanted to catch up on my correspondence.
I'm glad you corresponded with me. I love you.
Okay, love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Let's call Grant.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, this is Regina Phalange. I'm calling from Rome. We are auditioning new people to be the next pope. And we have your resume here, and we thought you'd be a good fit. If you just want to call us back at 666 Rome, area code 415, we'll be in touch. Okay, bye.
Oh my God.
Are you back?
That pee came out fast.
Oh my God.
You ever been peeing and you thought, God, I wish I had a second hole?
You do have a second hole.
No, but one that pee comes out of on purpose.
Oh, double?
Not by accident.
Do you think there's any animals that have two holes?
Absolutely.
Wait.
Listen, nature is scary. If anyone says that nature's beautiful and animals are gorgeous, just know that there are animals out there with two pee holes and they don't give a fuck.
I'm going to Google
You know that
it.
turtles, wait. A certain kind of turtle, I don't know. I saw it on TikTok. They have a thing called, I don't remember, but it's a butthole vagina, and it's one hole, and it's both their butthole and their vagina, and they can breathe through it. Isn't that gross? Kill all turtles.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't kill turtles, please.
Okay. Basically, like some reptiles, birds, and amphibians have a cloaca.
Cloaca, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I want one. What if you could turn your butthole into a pussy? You'd be unstoppable.
I mean,
Oh, I guess we do.
We
kinda
do. We do that.
Never mind. Anyway, get back to your question. I apologize.
Oh, okay. Bad parents. Okay. We talked a lot about bad dads the other day, and we got a slew of emails.
We talked about a bad dad?
We talked
Whose?
about yours.
I have a bad dad?
Yeah.
What? This is news to me. Hang on. Let me call him and ask.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wait. Angela just texted me. Did you call Angela?
No.
Why is she texting me?
I called Grant.
Oh, she was asking what kind of LaCroix I like. Spoiler, none. I'm kidding. I do like a beach plum. I'm a bubbly girl. Bubbly. I can text her that. I don't have to say this into the podcast.
Oh, okay. All right. This email is entitled "Darby Hates Her Dad and So Do I."
Oh, thank you.
From Finn. Long time, first time. Alexis, you're beautiful. Darby, you're as perfect as Princess Diana Beanie Baby. Okay, so when Darby asked for...
I am filled with little bubbles that can kill you.
Wait, what is inside a Beanie Baby?
Little plastic thingies.
the
those little,
cloaca?
like, the cloacas.
Okay.
Extra cloacas.
When Darby asked for bad dad stories, I knew this was my time to shine.
Hell yeah.
Love to hear Darby hate her dad as much as I hate mine. So my father was very abusive to me.
Oh,
And my family,
Sorry, my bad.
and my family growing up.
Yeah, that sucks.
Physically, mentally, verbally, all of the abuses you can think of, he did to us. Anyways, as I became an adult and went to therapy, I started to talk to my family about what my dad did to me as a child. My mom ended up confronting my dad about the abuse, which he obviously denied. Then my dad decided to do the normal chill thing of taking a lie detector test to prove that the abuse didn't happen. He, of course, passed the lie detector test because he is
has no
a
empathy.
psychopath
Yeah.
and believes his own bullshit. As you true crime girlies know, lie detector tests don't really mean shit and they don't hold up in court.
No.
Okay, so here's the gag. After he passes the lie detector test, he prints off copies to mail to everyone in my direct and distant family, which my dumbass mom gave to me to think about. So needless to say, I don't talk to my family anymore. Lucky for me, I have a lovely chosen family who I'm close with. Thanks for taking the time to read my fucked up family story. Thanks for hating dads. If you're driving, speed up. Love,
Yeah.
Finn the human. Finn, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that.
That's horrible. Fuck your dad, number one. Fuck your dad
Yeah.
hard. And fuck your mom. Can I tell you? Okay, Finn, this is going to get dark, but that's why we're here.
I think we're there.
I had a very similar experience with my parents when I dealt in therapy. Finn, you're not the only one. I dealt with my own issues with sexual abuse, and we had come to the determination that like now is the time that I go home, I fly home to Memphis, and I share this with my parents, and thinking it could like bring us closer together. And also like I really struggled with it wasn't my fault, you know, like for the longest time, even though I was like
With that being
14,
the truth, you struggled because you thought it was something.
I thought it was my fault.
Right.
Yeah. And so really it was just to like tell them what happened, and then also kind of take some of the burden off of me. Not put it on them, but
also
share
maybe
it.
like in a sense breaking down the wall so that maybe you can connect with your parents.
Yeah. So I fly to fucking Memphis, mistake number one, and sit my parents down, mistake number two. And I tell them,
They hate sitting.
and my dad's response, very similar to yours. Luckily, I'd left my lie detector back in Chicago, so we weren't able to do that. But yeah, my dad crossed his arms and went, well, it's not my fault. And yeah, and then my mom is just crying, and she didn't say anything. And finally, I was like, okay, you know, like, and I'm like sobbing, crying, and I'm like, what have I done wrong again? You know, and my mom did say she was sorry, but only after she asked, what do you want from me? Not in like that sounds, not in the same way my dad was saying it. My dad had his arms crossed and he was mad that I was like saying, hey, you're not perfect. But my mom was like, I don't know what to do here. And I was like, can you just say you're sorry and that sucks? And she's like, I'm sorry. You know, so when I hear this story, Finn, my heart breaks for you because it's easy to hate the dad, right? The dad is clearly the villain. He's his handlebar mustache, he's twirling it. Okay, there's a woman tied to the tracks. We know he did it. But it's the mom, it's the bystander mom that is really hard for me. That's what I'm really struggling with my mom, Finn. And I wonder if that's something you do as well. Like the fact that your mom gave you the results of the lie detector test, even though, let's be honest, she knew it was all bunk, you know? That hurt. That almost hurts more. Because at least like your dad's a psychopath. He proved it through, or sociopath. He proved it through the lie detector test. And like, obviously my dad's a piece of shit because he's just a piece of shit. But like my mom, like why? I know that, is this too deep?
No.
My mom is...
This is a safe space. Touch the grass.
Like she's, in a way, I do feel like there is a part of her who has been a victim of my dad.
Absolutely.
But also, I'm 40 years old and like she's still, like she's had plenty of time. That sounds bad. That sounds like I'm blaming her. Well, I am a little, I mean, she's had time to figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, like, that's just, it's just really hard. It's the middle ground I hate. It's that gray area because the gray area is filled with like a lot of really dangerous shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's tough to know that. And you've talked to me about like you think that things will change perhaps after your father is out of the picture.
That's kind of, well, you know, I don't know that I actually believe that. I just think it's like the only thing I have left.
The only thing you can
I've tried
possibly
everything.
think.
Yeah, I've tried everything with her. I don't know what else to do. And, you know, maybe once he's finally dead, she'll be like, sorry about everything, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did read a comment. We talked about, I talk about this all the time. I don't know why I'm saying like this is a new thing. But someone left a comment recently that was like, the only true unconditional love is a child to a parent.
Yeah.
That like through all of this, I can't speak for you, Fem, but I know I am constantly looking for a new way to reach my mom, to like talk to my mom. Like I desperately want to talk to my mom.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like she feels the same way. And that's hard. That's a hard reality.
That's the reason you're so fucked up.
And the sex stuff. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Do you want to talk to my mom?
Well, first of all, our moms have the same first name. So that's basically half the battle.
Yeah.
And I'll be in Orlando if she wants to come hang out. I've been trying to get my brother and his kids to connect with your mom because they need a pool and your mom needs kids. So we're going to combine. I'm going to get them together.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Finn, for writing in. And thank you for, it sounds silly, but like it really does help to not be alone.
Yeah.
In all of it.
It helps to know that there's other people going through similar things.
Because for the longest time, especially if you grow up in it, you blame yourself. And even as an adult, it really wasn't until my like early to mid 30s that I finally stopped blaming myself for bad things that happened to me as a child. And so it really, the more you share the story, the more other people realize that like, oh wait, no, I wasn't the problem. This is clearly like my dad. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And Finn, your dad is such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Can we all let's all just take a moment. Close your eyes. If you're driving,
close your eyes.
Close your eyes. And just picture a big, steaming, hot pile of shit.
Oh, Jurassic Park.
In Jurassic Park. And think,
oh, you've never seen it.
I would rather stick my whole face in that than ever spend a moment alone with Finn's dad.
Do you remember what newspapers used to come in, that plastic wrap?
Oh, yeah.
That in Jurassic Park, Laura Dern, she puts one of those on her arms, two of those on each, one of those on each arm, and she gets into the big pile of shit.
Oh, my brother used to have a Great Dane, so I know what you mean.
Really?
Yeah.
Grant Nixon?
Tony. Yeah, his name was Tony.
Oh, wow.
He's dead.
Do you want another bad dad story, or should we move on to something light?
No.
Oh, okay.
I love bad dad stories.
Okay, I think I
feel
want
like
you
this
to.
entire episode is a little lower energy, so let's keep it sad.
Oh, okay.
I'll read it.
Do you want to read it?
I have great reading skills.
Cool.
Okay. Dearest Alexis and Darby, I heard you wanted stories about bad parents, and oh, trans, do I have the story for you. So when I was 16, my dad had an affair. Brag. I have never had a close relationship with my dad and have always been a mama's boy. Upon finding out about his affair, I decided that revenge would be my best option.
Ooh.
Speaking of revenge, I just started this new K-drama on Hulu. It's called Vigilante. It's basically Korean Dexter. He's a cop who kills killers who get out of prison. It's great, and he's hot as fuck.
Nice.
Okay. Upon finding out, blah, blah, blah. My first retaliation was to put water in my cat's litter box, turning it into a wet shit cement. I then went to his brand new white Ford truck, opened the hood, and poured the shit cement all over his motor. He was furious, and it was amazing. Not me thinking that all they were doing was just making shit in a litter box. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna be so mad when he has to clean that. Okay, never mind. A few months later, when my mom, my brother, and I were moving out of the house, I decided to give him a goodbye present. I had a bag of large, raw Argentina shrimp and threw one deep into each one of the house's AC vents.
Oh my God.
It was a hot July when we moved out, so his house smelled lovely in just a few days. Moral of the story, sometimes revenge okay, especially if the person on the receiving end deserves it. Alexis, if you would like to try any of these out on your dad. No, her dad's really nice.
Yeah,
Please feel free to. I'm a huge fan, and I hope you lovely ladies have a fabulous day. Revenge and love, Billy H.
Did you see that video of the talk interviewer on the street, the girl pestering this other girl about abortion or whatever, and the girl being interviewed just clocks her
in the face? Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
I don't condone violence.
I do.
But loved it.
I listen, and Gen Z, I know we're not your demographic. Y'all hate millennials. I understand. I don't know why, but I get it. We all have to hate something. But
We all hate the other generations.
I've never hated Gen X. I've never thought about them.
well, we don't think about
Feels
the
like
ones below
boomers
us, but
to
we hate the ones
to
above
millennial.
us.
Well, Gen X is above us, babe.
What? Who?
Gen X, the generation right before ours.
I gotta be honest. I don't know.
I never
who's
think
who.
about them. I never think about them. I only think about boomers and myself.
Yeah.
That makes me a boomer. Anyway, but like, stop approaching people on the street with your phone. Like, just stop running up to people, and especially don't go debate someone on abortion for a TikTok view. You deserve to get punched in the face. And I'm a judge.
I've been getting a lot of Judge Judy on my TikTok lately, and I like it.
Really?
She suffers no fools.
She's
I think it's
MAGA.
fun. Oh, she is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind.
May she rot.
I've also been getting a lot of Where's Waldo. People are like taking pictures of
He's
the
MAGA.
No, he's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Waldo or the creator?
Waldo. He wears red, white, and those beautiful blue eyes. He's
Hmm.
always getting lost in a crowd because he's trying to hide and plant bombs. I don't trust him.
I won't accept this. I
What?
don't believe Waldo is
MAGA.
a registered Republican.
No, he's a libertarian. That's what's even worse. Thank you so much for the revenge stories, Billy. I do absolutely love that. For legal reasons, I couldn't read
All of it.
all of it, but I appreciate you sharing.
Yeah.
And
Have you
if
ever
you
d-
have a bad dad story, especially one that's funny, send that, because we are getting a lot of sad ones, and which we love.
Yeah.
But if
Ooh,
one
if
involves
you've
you
ever-
farting,
If you've
please
ever
send
done
that
a
in.
little revenge, but a little prank, a little
little
not
prank.
a little
Not
not illegal.
yeah,
fun
please don't
prank.
email us like illegal things you've done.
Senior
because
prank.
I have to report.
I mean,
it.
your secret is safe
I slept
with
with
us.
an FBI agent when I was in college, so like I'm a
did?
registered reporter.
You did?
Mhm.
Oh.
To be fair, I didn't know he was an FBI agent until he came.
Well, he was undercover. Oh, when he came, he screamed, "J. Edgar Hoover!"
He was wearing lingerie. I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear, did I? You know, J. Edgar Hoover was a crossdresser. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I love that. I absolutely love. That's the other thing. Okay, when we were in Charlotte, there was, I can't remember if it was the first. I think it was the first night. There was a gorgeous woman, a crossdresser, and I whispered to the guy I was staying next to, and I was like, I love crossdressers. The cross-dressing community they're all there for each other. I love their boldness. They go out by themselves. They're not afraid to do it. I just love crossdressers. And apparently in Charlotte, there's a pretty large population of them, and that they're very
it's a
supportive at
Republican
shows.
area.
I love crossdressers. Go out and make a crossdresser feel safe again.
Unless they're Republican.
Then make them feel a little dangerous, but let them know it's not because of the way they're dressed. It's because of the way they think. All right. Well, that has been what?
Well, we got to do a couple things.
Oh, yeah.
The P today stands for P.F. Chang's Storm,
Yeah. Rest in
obviously.
peace.
And then I have a quick death equals lady.
Yes, I'm in.
Because it occurs to me, I don't know how J. Edgar Hoover died. So J. Edgar Hoover drove with a strong aversions to left turns after his car was hit while making a left turn. And he even forbade left turns on auto trips as a result of this incident. No left turns.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, I put in how did J. Edgar Hoover die, and it autocorrected to how did J. Edgar Hoover drive. So that is my bad. That is my bad. Okay.
That's insane. Allison Hammond.
He died of a heart attack.
Okay, well, that's less fun. How did J. Edgar Hoover drive? Well, he didn't take lefts. I can tell you that much.
Thank you for joining us once again for a podcast. Email us IMHOthepodcast and get us some
Gmail, yeah.
fun revenge stories.
I
Get
love
us
a little
some,
revenge. No crimes.
No crimes.
I've been cummed in by the FBI.
And also, if you have any really good dad stories, maybe we give some airtime to the good dads out there.
You know what? Don't stress about that. Okay? If you don't want to write them in, you don't have to.
Send pictures for Darby.
Ooh, yeah. Let me see your that's what. Okay, while we're talking about it, this is the last thing I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. I'm going down to see Costa Rican lesbian Paula, and her father is like a hot Costa Rican Mr. Bean. And yes, he's married to her stepmom, but I think that's just a challenge, and I'm up for it. So if I don't return, you can find me in Costa Rica, living a brand new life on the beach with Costa Rican Mr. Bean.
So Curtis will be available and free.
Oh, I'm married.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Bye.
Bye.
IMHO.